line they used in M Plays Gieran's Greed.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting the show started here slowly here, but we just walked out of the latest episode of G-Cluck, so this is gonna be mostly us spitballing what the fuck did Tomino mean by any of this?
Let's be honest here.
Anna,
Slugger Law.
what's going on? What are we?
Oh my god.
We're also talking about M
Look,
Plays Gieran's Greed, but as it somewhat relates to timeline shenanigans. But all right, so I'm getting the links up here in a moment here. So, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Reminder that if all Gundam timelines are now canon, War for Earth Char is canon. Lala has seen War for Earth Char.
Yes, and also Black Kai by extension.
But he was cool.
I guess Ryu is still Mexican.
You don't know what Ryu is. His name is fucking Ryu Jose.
Yes, that does not that apparently does not need to be altered.
He's, any relation to Jose?
I mean, be very funny.
Look, when your cousin's a Mexican singer, you know, you gotta ask for some money once in a while.
Look, all I remember is, again, I think it's in like the 0079 novelization Tomino wrote. Once humanity moved to space, all naming norms just kind of went out the fucking window.
And they just started doing like random shit where, I really, I think Tomino got half of his names just by reading Indian novels badly. That's kind of like where half his like mole suit names come from.
Oh, I have an absolutely great fucking pilot name if I ever get involved in a Gundam RP.
What's the pilot name?
Was it Crown Vickman, I think?
Yes, it's Crown Vickman. It spawned from just...
Ah, yes, the legendary and well-renowned like MP Crown Vickman.
Yeah, no, it's so Mosin's buying a car. He was trying to buy a Crown Vic from some guy, and so I was asking, oh yeah, so have you heard back from the Crown Vic man? And then we just kind of collectively walked that one back.
Whoa!
Because they started saying, "Oh yeah, like the famous Metal Gear villain's like, fuck you, I'm taking that for a Gundam name."
Wait, well, there you go. Well, that happened with me with the Voshko Destian. So yeah, sometimes you just fucking say something, you stop and go, "Wait a minute." That's fucking brilliant. I'm writing that down.
Look, again, I think there's now I'm noticing a trend here with pattern recognition and certain names in Gundam. It all stems from Tomino just either doing Quaaludes or huffing paint, or both.
Or Prozac. Remember?
Fuck, it works for Shuji, doesn't it?
Remember that's how we got Double Zeta. Prozac, though, I'm at the point in Double Zeta where the Prozac is clearly wearing off. He's gaining a resistance, and that means that people are fucking dying.
Again, I'm pretty sure. No, I still agree with Paperweight. It's either Turn A or Double Zeta where he just started doing Quaaludes.
No, the fucking... What did he say? No, the Quaaludes was,
Also, hello, Roll.
Recowen G. What was our fucking,
Young fuck Ravioli and G.
Ravioli and G, there it is. I couldn't think of what the hell we called it.
I made that up back when, back when it was airing alongside Build Fighters, and no one fucking watched it, because Build Fighters was way more interesting!
Hey, in all fairness,
I keep having to remind myself that Reconquista and G is actually UC canon.
It's so fun, but
so it's technically maybe.
It's so weird. It's trying to loop like I heard schizo conspiracy theories where Reconquista is so far forward it links into Turn A, which also links into Gundam Wing somehow. Which
okay, I knew about the Wing. Going into Wing with Turn A, but
you also forgot the most important thing. That's also part of UC canon technically.
What?
I have to say the G word for everyone.
What G?
Oh yeah, G Savior.
Oh god.
Yes.
The Illuminati.
The Canadians. Sorry. Well, actually, the Canadians were always here. Fucking Judah was played by Marky Mark.
Yeah, again, if our
right!
Amuro
is also like... Canadian somehow! Jesus H. Christ, Gundam, what are you? What really are you?
By this?
What really is Gundam here? What's going on?
Well, we're gonna find out next week, aren't we?
Yes, we are, where, Shuji explains it all, and Yeah, the most rational
No,
thing.
stop.
The most
I
rational.
can explain a fucking thing.
The most rational thing would be Shuji is actually Camille somehow, which that would make sense, but I don't think we're doing that.
That would be really fucking weird.
That would be weird, but it wouldn't make any fucking sense, and it should have been the Zeta Gundam coming out of the portal at the end, but I guess we're just doing the whole White Gundam kill
should have
Char.
been it should have been the new Gundam with Amuro screaming, "What did you mean by that, Char?
What are you
What
doing?
do you mean? What did you mean? Lala could have been like a mother to you."
What did you mean by
Sean,
that?
Sean, the new Type Garden, I can just see everything.
What are you doing? Why are you making everything
Sean, you have
worse?
to go to jail now.
Yeah, so Amuro and everyone else are playing Monopoly, and Char's been gone for a while since they started doing they just started doing his turns for him, and he's in jail now.
I got it. I got it. No, I got it.
What?
It should have been Jared in the fucking...
Oh, that would have been fucking hysterical.
I can't even finish this. It should have been Jared in the Mark II just showing up.
That or Jared in the fucking Bound Dock, how he just suddenly survived that. Which would be the most hysterical fucking thing ever. Where
look,
all of a sudden
mark my
Jared
words.
gets his... Jared finally wins.
Mark my fucking words, Nick.
What?
You're gonna get a slew of images, just like the Rose of Sharon being lifted out of the water. You had all the artists making it whatever the fuck they wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's just gonna... Yeah, now
You're gonna do that with the RX-78 coming out of the portal.
Jesus H fucking Christ almighty.
So, Goon, are you hosting the division, or...?
Yes, I am. Give me a second. I just have the game up in the back screen here. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Yeah, so, Gundam and me, we're gonna be talking about this a lot, but actually, you know what? Judging by the reactions currently on Twitter here, yeah, me becoming a Gundam meme poster seems like a pretty good thing, because it seems like everybody's really receptive to Gundam all of a sudden. Good! Welcome, my fine friends and people! Good! Something I like is popular. Wow! Anyway.
I mean, also, if you think about it, G-Quux is, like, not as... adversive to new... Like,
I mean, well, actually, it creates its own canon and somewhat explains itself, so yeah, but you still have to watch 0079 or all this shit's going over your head.
That's still a better barrier to entry than, I mean,
yes, but at the same time, this is like watching Build Fighters and not getting any of the in-jokes.
Okay. I've now seen Machu art of her doing the Lupin dive.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know how she fell.
Yeah, that's a concussion. Actually, wait, no. What if Shuji isn't here? Maybe Machu's just having like Machu just fell from the ceiling directly onto her skull onto that stage. So what if he's just hallucinating now? What if Shuji's not really here?
Again, like I said, I feel like there's a correlation between new types and head trauma.
Clearly.
I really hope that the last half episode was just her having a concussion.
It's like, I finally found Shuji, and he had a Gundam, and it was amazing. Char was here! We saved Lala! And it's just, she's just sitting there on the stage in a concussion. Like, the last, like 5 seconds of the last episode is just her, doing the Camille vegetable routine. And it just cuts to black, and that's the end of the series.
Oh no, so I was thinking it's more like Alice in Wonderland. She's just gonna wake up in the hospital. The first, concussion she nearly got with the one guy in the Zaku. Just put her, she was just in a coma for a month.
Yeah, all of this was a dream.
Her mom is there. Dion is maybe there. Maybe, Shalia Bull and some of the Xeon people that she's met are just, the hospital staff.
Yeah, no.
And you were there, and you were there.
And you were there, and...
And Char was there. Macho, you're pointing at a wall. There's no one there.
Alright, Martin, pick a boat.
Oh, sorry, I was scrolling Twitter. 1 second.
We're ready to start, sir! Only I could scroll Twitter while I'm watching a stream. I don't actually do that.
Yes, you do. Shut up.
Only when there's literally nothing going on, but I can't do it right now because my phone's dead. But okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I've got the Hotaka, and Kadusha has the Hotaka. It's funny. Very difficult to play.
I literally just grounded out the fucking missions for the, what's it called, because I wanted funny Japanese battleship with secondaries that actually work.
Alright, Tazarin, let us play a game here before we pull anybody else in. All right, so Martin, ready up.
What?
I switched
bullshit, I
modes.
readied up. What the hell?
I switched modes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Martin is getting us to play by
the PvP.
PvE.
Okay, for some reason my little queue thing for us shows the red PvP.
Yeah, it does on the platoon. What were you saying, dude?
That's operations with flagships. It's a different icon. But Martin's getting us to play-by-play for everyone's collective what the fuck reaction to the last G-Quicks episode. I was dodging spoilers like bullets for the afternoon. I basically said, okay, before the stream starts, I have to watch
I'm gonna
this.
send this to you, and I'm gonna send this to Chris.
If I wait any longer, I'm just gonna be spoiled on it. So you know what? I have to watch this now, and we did, and we're all very confused.
Oh no, see, I'm still all for this. I want to see what nonsense this gets into, but
I would have much preferred if this was a fucking, like, at minimum 25 episode show.
Interesting shot there, Martin. Very interesting. For Lair,
Yeah, it's just Amuro and whatever the fuck his face was that kept fucking up during Zeta.
Mm-hmm.
hang on, is that how I think it is? You posted.
You could update that.
The adopted kid.
Yeah, you could very clearly update that to now be Shuji if it comes to light that Amuro has something to do with this, and it's just just Ghost Amuro. I'm not his father. I just fuck his mom, or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to think who that is because that's not
It's the fucking adopted kid. Frau's kid.
That doesn't look like like
It's a fucked up Cots, but that's Cots.
I'm just imagining it's fucking.
Good lord,
Cots
what
comes through the portal in the G Defensor?
Good lord, what if Shuji was Kots the entire time? My god.
Fuck off.
They're probably dead, though.
I'm shutting your shit down before you even start.
They're probably dead, though. Let's be honest. With the white base having been, exploded quite quite decisively, allowing this timeline to happen, yeah, everybody's just dead. All the civilians are just dead.
Also, to have asked it, why does the Sun Gun have auditorium?
Yeah, it's a great question. Why does the Sun Gun have an auditorium? Aside from, trying to goof that one scene from fucking
doing
Zeta.
the scene. Doing the Zeta scene. They're doing the Zeta scene.
We're characters, but we're actors in a narrative. Gundam.
A Gundam narrative.
Now hang on though. We can't be narrative Gundam. No one wants to be a bird.
Yeah, Machu just wants to be a jellyfish, I guess.
I don't know.
Remember that? Remember the fucking clan battle crew? Remember Unicum? Remember how we got really upset over Unicum?
And suddenly none of that matters because of the pacing of this show is just so fucking fast.
None
it's
of that
gone.
matters. It just doesn't fucking matter anymore.
There's also the fact of the Sayla and the 1-year war flashback.
Who never seen again, but that's normal. Sayla just kind of disappears.
I was about to say, that's Sayla things. That's just normal for 0079. She's probably on Earth, like in the house arrest Amuro it was if she survived the war.
I still think she because I think it. No, because we see Sayla, I believe, in like one of the second part of like the 0079 flashback where
Yeah, she's probably in, but I'm talking about at the current point.
But yes, Varyak, yes, who the fuck gives about clan battles? We've got a gun that banishes people to the fucking Shadow Realm.
Also, in all fairness, they probably have the theater in there because it's probably just converted asteroid and/or again, it took them probably what several fucking years to make the what are the fucking, I can't remember. It sounds like something from Evangelion.
Yagmen Thula, or whatever the fuck it is. They keep saying it, but my mind just keeps going. There's gotta be a better name for that.
Again, they probably took them years. Look, man, the building staff got bored. Okay.
Solar flare, solar
You're telling me
ray.
the Death Star didn't have several movie theaters in it for the stormtroopers?
I've never actually thought about that. Wait a minute. What? They would have something for off-duty personnel now, wouldn't they? There's enough space. You could have like, you know, like
or fuck, I mean, hell, I mean, maybe that is Axis. Maybe they just, you know, took the Axis asteroid and turned into that.
I'd still want to know what the fuck is going on with Axis in this entire situation. But I guess we'll see.
There's probably very little reason for Axis to even exist if you think about it, because they didn't lose the war.
Well, no, but Axis is still there. It's still an installation, so what the fuck is going on over there? They still have political power. I mean, yeah, sure, it gets massively heightened up by Xeon dying, and thus there being no other place for Xeon to exist other than nearly outside the solar system, but still. What's going on over there, guys?
I mean, look, man, it's probably a fucking footnote in history, just like the fucking peasant asteroid is, because, well,
actually,
they didn't have to have the whole peasant asteroid revolt, so...
Well, no, they didn't, but considering what happened, Peasant's probably actually a really busy place right now, because Mukuve wins. Looking at all those fucking Gians, Mukuve definitely wins.
But that's the thing, we don't see any other like, weird... Well, okay, we see, like, the two DOMs, which... I feel like you'd be seeing more of those. Those are actually mass-produced, so...
Well, the fighting didn't necessarily, like, well... See, this is odd, because then we have to remember all of 0079 takes place within, like, 4 months.
Yeah, but, like, look, man, I know there's enough goofy shit that Mukuve and Zimad were designing in the background. I feel like with Mukuve still alive and apparently having some political pull, there was going to be more goofy shit being...
Well, there's whatever the fuck they did to the Brawl Bro, which is just silly. I feel like he probably is responsible for that.
I think it was just more of, you know, they did the best they could with the fact of the Brawl Bro was made in the fucking time of, you know, Mobile Armor of the Week for Xeon.
This is true, but I kind of miss the old names. I mean, they're giving them more presentable names, but no, fuck you. Big Bro. Brawl Bro.
What? How's the run already?
It's being shot by the Hanover is how it is. Someone get in front of it. Come on now.
I'm literally
going
right
at
next
full
to the
tilt.
Bergone. I'm literally right next to it. It's a matter of, again, I have like a 20-second reload on these guns.
It probably is. It probably is Axis, since they already had an Axis shock happen on the fucking moon with a different asteroid. I mean, possibly? I mean, it could just be, like, the whole fucking sun gun could be Axis, and they just went, we don't need this anymore.
Well, the different asteroid, that was Luna 2.
Is the sun gun made out of Luna 2?
Well, no, because I think Luna 2
No, because the Luna 2, no, Luna 2 is still floating around the moon.
Uh-huh. Actually, no, that's Solomon. We're getting this all mixed up here.
No?
Solomon, they tried to ram Solomon into the moon. That's what's still up there.
Yeah, because they
Oh, I
retook
thought they
Solomon.
tried, right.
Because everybody just...
Also, Kente
because
Island, thank you.
There are so many fucking rocks in space, dude.
Kadyusha, that naming convention lasted all of, like, what? How long did that last before it ceased to exist in 0083? Like a maximum of 3 years. Maximum of 3 years, possibly, probably even less.
Look, man, I think they just start changing the names for shits and giggles for, I don't know, probably for documentation. I mean, what was it? Remember, Green Noah was apparently Grips, but it took them, like, how many months to start calling it actually Grips?
The Green Noah Grips. No, sorry, I had something there, but...
Wait a minute. That, I think if you start, maybe we shouldn't dwell on that one. That sounds funny. That sounds like a euphemism for something.
I'm gonna show some restraint and not say the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, let me just, where is it? Yep, there it is.
This looks like the pornography.
Jesus Christ. But I would love to know what the hell's going on here, and also, so what happened to Bascom and the Titans?
Oh no, he's fucking, yeah, no.
Where did he clearly left the colony before any of that shit happened. So what happened to the rest of them?
He was never on colony.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, no, remember, he was somewhere on Earth.
he was that whole meet was on Earth in Japan.
Oh, okay. So, but the question is, okay, so where is everybody now? This seems like the opportune time for the Titans to suddenly appear and try and kill everyone.
That's what I'm saying. I want a second season because you could make the entire second season just
It's
we are
just
now...
Zeta Gundam now. We did it again. The villains of the second season are just the Titans. They did it again.
Look, man, I just want Yazan back, okay? They did the Hammurabi dirty.
But so yeah, they couldn't have just been throwaway villains for one fucking episode. Where did they go?
Yeah, they were because they didn't have enough time. Hell, I thought the fucking Cyber New type was at least gonna be alive for 2 complete episodes.
Nope, we're killing all the cute girls. Yep, nope, not gonna happen.
But no, again, it's a terminal problem with, as I was describing earlier, G-Quux is like 3. If you took 3 episodes in 4 blocks from Zeta Gundam and ran them back to back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of how it feels, as I called it Shin Godzilla Gundam, by how fucking lightning-paced it is. But, so, yeah, it's standard for Gundam, but yeah, it gets even worse when you hyper-accelerate it. Because, yes, hey, here's this new type girl. Isn't she cute? And she's dead. But in OG Gundam with 50 episodes, she would have like at least 5 episodes to be on screen before she drops dead.
Look, there's one upside to the whole G-Quux timeline. 4 is probably alive for once.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
She's a brain-dead, rotted mess in the Murasame labs.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Murasame lab still exists, so no, the Marduk Institute still has its grip.
No, we don't know that yet. Again, remember, look, her name was due. That's the second, or at least the third test subject from the Murasame labs that didn't brain themselves on the window.
Yeah, because it's not. It's much too early for 4 to be ready.
Actually, no, it's only off by a couple of years, basically. So yeah,
it's like 3 years.
But yeah, so what happened to? Well, actually, that's the thing. They sped run like Psycho Gundam Mark II, which is kind of shocking. I'm not quite sure how the fuck they managed that. In secret, no less. But then again, I suppose without complete control, they had to actually be responsible with their fucking budget. Way to go, Advance of Zeta.
I mean, look, if that one guy could get his fucking magnetic coating shit working on a Gelgoog.
That is not a Gelgoog.
I don't...
Where's Temray? Is he still brain dead in the junkyard?
No, he's still alive. No,
he's probably still tinkering with, like, fucking Temple OS, you know.
no, actually, no, he never got brain damage, so yeah, the doohickey actually probably functions as intended. We made this entire joke really early on.
Did he get reversed? Yeah, did he get reversed Bron by the Zeons?
We don't know. They never clarified that.
I need like a shocking amount of clarification for a lot of things in this new timeline.
Yeah, no, we don't even really know what's going on with Anaheim Electronics, even though we clearly, with the, Mr. Magnetic Coding here, there's clearly independent third-party mobile suit developers still just kind of out there doing whatever. So what happened here, guys?
What was it? Well, apparently, if I recall, I think it's like a throwaway line in the, like, one of the early episodes. Anaheim's, like, about to be fucking outshined by, like, one of the shipbuilder conglomerates.
Oh, right, though, whatever the hell those... Yeah, we never went anywhere with that plot. With that idea.
I feel like a lot of things from the show.
Yeah, so...
Because there isn't enough time!
Well, not even that, if you think about it, just Anaheim, yeah, their biggest sugar daddy for contracts is probably, post-World War I Germany, in terms of they can't even own, like, handguns.
Weimar Republic.
Like again, shit, the fucking Hammurabis, if I recall, are like even shittier than like the actual Hammurabis because they don't have half the fucking research that went into, like, again, magnetic coating and
maybe
frame technology.
I mean, maybe, but that's they still seem to have transforming mobile suits down pat there, which is kind of bizarre how they managed to do that, but never explained. Okay, so
Protector on!
Where are they doing this? How are they doing this? Right in front of those fucking torpedoes. God damn it, I'm trying to take them.
It is stated when they show it off, like one of the things for the Hammurabi, like officially, yeah, no, it transforms, but it does it a lot slower than the Hammurabi, like in the proper timeline does.
I guess, but
Like I straight up literally took the images that they posted about it and just translated all the Japanese, and basically, yeah, it don't transform as good.
But
It looks like a Hammurabi. It may be part God's Sea in terms of hitting the switch may kill you.
yeah, but so the question here is, okay, so where is this is still quite a lot of weapons development here for them to get to the fucking Psycho Gundam Mark II in record time. So how are they doing this?
I think it's more like the Mark I, considering how it looks.
No, it's
the funnels are new.
No, that's Mark II because the Mark II is the Psycho Gundam with funnels. That's the whole point of the Mark II. It even has the same colors. So they, how did they do that? Where are they based? How much actual, like, anything do they have? Is this going to affect the political situation now that basically all the leaders of the world are fucking dead? Because we know this whole make a new world for new types never fucking pans out. It quite never pans out. It's just the killing never stops, no matter how many people we kill. So, where are we going with this? How did they get to discretionary funding for this shit? That's the thing. The Titans still exist, so how are they functioning? Who are they? What, like, obviously,
well, I mean,
it's still the
fairness,
Deep Roots,
again,
but so what's their plan here? But okay, alright, let's get some extra people in here. Because people actually ask. So, Eggroll and Tazarin, fine. Hold on.
My guess is, again, they just had, you know...
Suffering some form of brain damage.
Hello.
At least Bask probably just had, you know, a fucking slush fund sitting in the back somewhere from, you know... whatever bullshit he probably stole from, Jamitov?
But that's the thing, though. Where is Jamitov? Because these people were alive during the 1 Year War here, though. Like, the major thing of 0083 is most of the old guard, or the remaining old guard of the Earth Federation got fucking nuked. So that's how they kind of that was the whole
probably
plan.
Just killed Jamitov.
What happened to all of them? What are they doing? I don't know.
What tier are we playing?
9 and 10. Bask had his emergency Nazi code. Yes.
Look, he was probably just stealing all the fucking...
He just opens his desk and presses the Titan Eagle button and it's gold bars.
Look, let's be honest here. Him and Makuva are probably like competing like fucking Indiana Jones and Balak for like, you know, just stealing valuable things from the Earth during the war.
More than likely. Okay. But so, I feel like this is second season bait here at this point because there's really we know basically nothing. They introduced so many fucking things about this timeline, and they're not explaining any of it. We're just proceeding on with, and then not again. What?
It's happening again.
I haven't gotten Ultimate Frontier in like 2 days. Why?
Oh, good.
Yes.
When we last did operations with flagships, I did like a couple other games, and I got Ultimate Frontier at least once.
I mean, well, good. We used them all up on stream, I suppose. Then yep. It is happening again.
Again. It is happening again.
Hopefully, we get like Cherry Blossom, and it could be like, you know, somewhat interesting because, hey guys, you know the destroyers that come at you like at the first go at Cherry Blossom? I was playing yesterday, a Satsuma spawned in that wave, immediately out of the fucking gate in Citadel to Buffalo right in front of me. It was very, within like the first 15 seconds of the game, it was very tragic.
Horrifying.
That's fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah, but so I feel like G-Quux is going, it's like, we're farming out that second season here because they have so many things they introduce, and there is time to explain none of it. There is just Caecilia's trying to take over Xeon again, and she's, of course, failing of her own of her own stupidity because she gave a teenager a gun and expected everything to go well.
Look, in all fairness, she probably just, in the end, I didn't know there's a safety.
I mean, probably she probably tried to shoot Machu and then just kind of accidentally just kind of, you know.
No, she absolutely wanted to shoot Caecilia.
I mean, maybe
But it just
possibly.
kind of happened. It kind of happened so quickly she didn't even realize she was doing it.
Whoops, sorry, I didn't realize that I had one in the chamber. Oops.
Sorry, adopted mom, I shot you.
Oops.
Chris, you want to turn? You want to turn? Well, you're turning anyway. Get turned, retard.
I'll hit the button.
And yes, Caecilia was always stupid at her job. Or, you know, or like, well, shit at her job, as most of the zombies were. That's kind of their thing. It's like watching the Brotherhood of Nod, where it's like, yes, this organization's very powerful, but everybody has such a tremendous ego and ambition that they constantly try to kill each other. And unfortunately, in the effort of doing that, they fuck everything up. Which is why Kane has to come out and shoot a motherfucker every, like, 2 or 5 years.
Now, in all fairness, considering again, like, apparently how Caecilia most likely poisoned Giran.
Mm-hmm.
If the three
What do you
other
mean most
people-
likely poisoned? She did. We saw it. It happened.
What I mean is, again, that the particular type of poison.
No.
If she managed to fucking open like a bottle of cyanide gas in front of 3 people and no one noticed. I mean, at that point,
she didn't do it in front of them. It's like she just walked into the room with her. Everyone was wearing, like, every one of her faction was wearing the fucking mask.
Yeah, they clearly prepared for that.
Yes, but she was also the only one in the room at the time. So again, again, look, maybe Garen was just never a good leader.
No, he wasn't! The entire point of Garen's Greed showcases if you are Garen and not a retard, you win! That's the whole point!
Xeon could have totally won the war if they
built the Garibaldi Alpha instead of the Gilgoob.
No, they mass-produced the big Zom. See? They did it. Remember that whole, like, 3 seconds of screen time they had?
They had to get funding approved for, like, 10 more of those things!
I mean, yes, but they did it. They did it, and it won.
And then it got blown up at...
Yeah, they lost like 3 of them in, like, the span of, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, outside the sun gun. Though, granted, one of them, it was by surprise, and one of them didn't have its eye field up, but then again, they still killed it the exact same fucking way that they did in the first go-round. So that design flaw was never actually fixed.
Look, maybe they were just building the big Zams at that point, you know, to honor Dozel.
She was so surprised that an emotionally unstable teenager she gave a gun to shot her. I know, right? Wow. Well, then again, you know, the Gundam timeline kind of revolves around giving children dangerous weapons, and then everything just kind of works out. It's kind of funny watching Double Zeta, and then how Bright just, like, looks at Judao and company and goes, yeah, let the kids take the giant robots. Everyone looks at him like, sir, are you sure? Bright just kind of shrugs and by any other means says, look, this happened. This is how it works. This has worked twice already. Nothing will go wrong.
Bright in this sense is literally just fucking Todd Howard. It just works.
Exactly. Just give the children the guns, and it works. Everything's fine.
It's really effective. Does a lot of damage. Dang, I just now realized it's also with the G-Quux timeline.
Yes, the
We
one
don't
thing
get to see Mr. Wong beat the shit out of Camille.
we don't even know what Wulong and company is actually doing.
No, I'm Mr. Wong, again, fucking Willy Wonka.
Yes, I know him, but yes, generally speaking, that entire, like, does the AU, well, actually, the AU wouldn't come into existence because it's not fighting the Earth Federation, but all the major players for the AU still exist, because the AU is, surprise, surprise, funded by basically every major business outside the government. Whoa. Imagine my shock. Although, watching Double Zeta and watching how they actually handle the Double Zeta, I'm getting into the regular Mobile Suit Reviews mood again, because explaining everything about the Double Zeta, it just sounds like every dysfunctional fighter program you've ever heard.
Again, like I said, no. Again, Anaheim took the fucking money from the AUG to make them a new transforming Gundam. They blew it all on Space Blow, and then when the fucking AUG calls up and says, "Hey, where's our mobile suit guys?"
No,
They quickly just fucking throw all the shit together from the 1 year war.
No, sir. What happens is we start the regular mobile suit reviews for the Double Zeta, and it's a picture of a line of Coke and me going, and immediately followed up by, "This is an embezzlement scheme." Because it really is just like Anaheim Electronics has the AUG so deep in their fucking pockets, they just went, "We're gonna make something, and you're gonna buy it." Because the more you look at the Double Zeta, the more you see it's just the Zeta taken to such a lavish extreme that it no longer functions properly. But you're still buying it, though.
Again, what's your counter on now from every episode of, "Oh, we can't make the Double Zeta because we..."
How
lost
many
one part of it"?
times is the core fighter going to be stolen, Tomino? Like, no, I've already got a joke around that. Like, whereas, like utilizing the triple layer core block system, like the Double Zeta has like 5 times the generator output of any Gundam ever made, but it's doing so by daisy chaining, like, 2.5 core fighters.
Also, no, Tomcat, it was a P-38. It's like half modeled off of the P-38K.
Yeah, it's literally just the fucking TF2 Scout starting handgun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But I came up with an entire line of bullshit thinking to whereas, like, the Federation or AU would have to test, like, other Double Zeta units, because we know the Federation bought a couple of full armor Zeta, Double Zetas for, Gundam S. Or Gundam Sentinel. Right, yeah, so they have, like, 3 of those. But so, like, I started thinking about how these work together and using, like, the Double Zeta series as, like, initiative, and, like, trying to use the Double Zeta's core fighters to their, like proper extent outside of having a unit, like, having the Double Zeta itself, like, the mobile suit, it's gotta be the most awkward fucking thing in the universe. Because you have 3 different components, any one of which could be at any other location, and if you have multiple Double Zetas, this quickly becomes a complete fucking nightmare. And, like, the thing that jumped into my mind trying to describe this is that a totally bullshit made up, unnamed, like, Double Zeta test pilot for the Federation probably would have had something like this to say. Because of the, because of how awkward it is to have the Double Zeta components deployed at the same time as you're trying to use the Double Zeta, like, different Double Zeta, trios or pilot teams would have to rely on each other instead of their own team members, oftentimes to deploy a Double Zeta in an emergency. To whereas the comment would have been, it has all the grace and sophistication of showing up at your friend's house and then explaining it's not to hang out but to fuck his sister. Like, it's gonna be the most awkward thing in the fucking world! And it just, I feel like I could bullshit every terrible fighter program or weapons development program you've ever heard of into these videos, and it just applies to the Double Zeta, because...
Yeah, so the regular mobile suit reviews, this episode will make heavy use of the Pentagon Wars soundtrack.
Yes, because that's kind of just what the Double Zeta is. It's an embezzlement scheme. There's no way this is serious.
I still think the best joke I remember thinking up from regular mobile suit
Ow.
is, again, the entire explanation of the Bawu.
The Bawu?
Again, the phone rings in Anaheim, so at this point is just straight up yes applying shit to Neo Zeon. The guy answers his phone, you just hear the giant snorting of a line of coke. Anaheim Electronics R&D department, how can I help you? Hang on, Marshmallow Man.
So Anaheim's just becoming this universe's version of Keltec, I see.
No, yeah, that's... That and the people that are running Advanced
Martha,
Zeta.
Can you please send in the RC, the cans of coke?
Anyway, something, guy does line of coke. It's Mash Mirror on the phone. Okay, what do you want, Neo Zeon? Wait, you what? Hang on. Mash me. Slow down, man. Hang on. Okay, so you want a transforming mobile suit like the Zeta. Okay, it's got wing-mounted missiles, and what? Masher, slow down. What the fuck is a nutter?
It's like a
All right, this is gonna be a
zap.
long night. Martha, get the miniature gal in here that has the cargo bay full of cocaine, please.
The fucking cow.
The miniature gal.
The miniature gal, and it just kind of like it comes in, you know, out of like a specially designed hat. Kick headquarters is being bombed into thank you. Right, okay, we should be back now. Sorry about that, folks. Everything broke and stayed broke. My bad. We're still in the middle of it. I'll fix everything else later here after we get out of this game, but
You're
oops.
dying.
Oh.
Dying.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! No, I'm fine. Everything's fine. The boat works better if you hit it. That's how it works.
Speed hole.
Ah!
Maintenance.
And then the Montana hit me. Well, okay, I guess I get to fix everything now. You didn't miss much, ladies and gentlemen. I actually caught it going to shit this time here. Okay, so let me just do a quick double check here to see exactly. We're back on Kick, obviously. I don't need to do anything about that. Yeah, okay. Twitch even picked up and didn't change anything about the stream because it didn't end anything else. Good, very good. YouTube's gonna go to shit, obviously. So that's...
Well, it's always been going to shit. It's been going to shit for the last 10 years.
Okay. Not now.
Oh, we're talking about the stream.
Too real? Yes, but so YouTube's gonna go to shit here. Obviously, that's gonna be...
Ah.
Okay.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a lovely war.
Actually...
Yeah, they all the
Wait.
the cruisers kind of just said HE spam me.
Wait,
That's a lot of Annapolis's.
is this actually still functioning properly? It, huh.
Hey, Mark, you want to turn your guns around and
Yep.
midway?
Unfortunately,
Well, that midway.
it has not actually... YouTube has not actually picked up the fact that I no longer exist. I guess we're gonna have to give it a second here.
Wait, what are the midways? There's only one carrier, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's only one carrier.
Raptor is a midway.
Yes, I know it's a midway, but
where's the
Martin's like,
cocksucker?
It
I
appears
thought I
to
heard
still
Martin
be
say
working.
that midway.
I didn't notice a midway at all.
Ah, I see.
Right now? Okay.
Yeah, I still don't see him. Fuck.
No, it appears to be good. Okay.
Hey. Where's everybody?
We're all
It's
dead.
just us.
Dead.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes, the internet, sorry, the internet went out and everyone died. The end. Right, okay, so we seem to still be functioning on all proper channels here. Let me just kind of grab the chat from YouTube just in case. Just in case it's actually functioning properly. Oof. Yeah, no, okay, we're back. In the same area. Okay. That time it actually snapped up correctly back into where it was. Sorry about that, folks.
Go, torpedoes, go.
Okay, come on, the answers.
All right, Martin, you have
glancing at
30 seconds. You've got this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Go,
I got
go.
this.
Go, torps, go. Got one. Got two. Well, they're hurt.
And this is an easy. Then Martin gets a will to win.
And we win.
Good.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Right, so sorry about
Come on,
that.
connect.
Sorry
Yes.
Sorry about that, folks, but I guess, yeah, I guess that was just Streamlabs having a heart attack, because I had to nuke OBS entirely.
So wait, can one maybe answers? What the hell is CJX? So I keep seeing ads for it, and it just looks like Rainbow Six Siege.
I think it is just, like, your fucking, like
Did they?
your Chinesium mobile version of Siege. I don't know.
Because it literally just looks like, you know, like Ubisoft just rebranded the game to say, "Hey guys, we're relevant again."
We missed the mini cocaine go. Aw. Wait, no, did we miss all of that? Shit, we didn't get the Caltech mini cocaine gaw with realistic sound effect. Damn.
So is the gall the one that's mini, or is the cocaine mini?
Oh no,
This is important.
obviously the cocaine is, obviously regular size, because we're gonna need it with the amount of shit we need to sell people. Like the amount of lines of bullshit we need to do to get this shit sold.
Look, man, Goon, you didn't read Thunderbolt, did you?
No, I haven't.
So there's straight up, I think, only one other competent officer in the Federation that isn't, like, bright.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is there's a guy who just randomly is in Thunderbolt, like the manga version at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we just got this new model from either Anaheim or Jabra or whatever, and he's like, guys, this is just a gym with a Gundam head on it. This is literally just them putting a Gundam head on something and calling it, I think it was called the Bold G.
Mm-hmm.
Not the G-Bolt.
Apparently,
Wait, no,
apparently JP fans are speculating that Shuji's really Chan from Counterattack.
What? How?
That's stupid.
That wouldn't make any sense, and also it's a guy, so what, are we, did we all, is G-Quack suddenly Milan out of nowhere?
Well, now, hang on, in all fairness, hang on. I still say it's Camille, because maybe it is a woman. Camille's a, girl's name.
Actually, you know what the funny thing is? If Camille was deposited in another universe, it actually would make a whole lot of fucking sense if he changed his name, because he hates his name. That actually would make sense, but what do you... Yeah, no, suddenly Shuji is a girl, and then you're like, fucking Nya and Machu are like, what do you mean you're not a bumbling femboy? Everyone realizes they're gay. That's the shock. That's how the show ends.
In all fairness, Shuji may just be bulimic.
I don't know. He huffs paint.
He's huffing paint and always complaining about being hungry. That man may just have, like, either a tapeworm or, again, he's...
Ah!
Oh my god.
It is happening.
Oh my god, no.
Again.
Come on.
It is happening.
Come on.
It is happening again. Wait a minute. Ah, right.
It
No,
has to be our composition or something.
right. No, hang on here, because I have this in the background here.
No, because Martin, remember, there were times where I was a battleship and it put me in this spawn.
It is happening again.
So I don't think it's that. I think it's just a matter of,
It is happening again. It is happening again.
just follow the other battleships.
There'll be a ship that spawns there, and then...
They're my
another
memes. I
ship
can use them on
spawns
stream if
there.
I want to.
Also, Goon, looks like Silver wants to join, I guess, once we're out of this match.
Okay, maybe we'll get a different fucking game then. My god.
If we don't, Goon, I think we should just go do fucking asymmetric or something at tier 6 and just... something else, because we're clearly just gonna get Ultimate Frontier.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, no, it just overfill, like, mission typed, whereas if we have Platoon, I don't know what, can we just, like, play, like, Cherry Blossom or something? I want to shoot at the small boats. Come on, give us Cherry Blossom and spawn, like, 3 Satsumas, spamming motorboats. It's funny. Those are funny, I like that, that's entertaining.
At least it's not the Newport defense.
Yeah, I was imagining something really funny.
That I haven't seen in forever, but Jesus Christ, what's going on?
I've gotten Newport a couple times. I'm just gonna roll some coal.
So I just realized something really funny, Goon, that I can hope you and everyone else can just imagine their head real quick.
What?
Because I'm thinking again about the Thunderbolt manga, which has some very funny things in it. So you know the G-Quix Gelgoog, right? That's totally a Gelgoog and not a gym, we swear.
Mm-hmm.
So at least in the Thunderbolt timeline, the Federation did something really funny post-war.
What?
So they saved the Big Zam.
Oh no, I remember this. Yes, that whatever.
Yeah, just imagine.
Right, yeah,
the
whatever.
gym-headed Big Zam.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was, and thank God it got nuked.
Look, I'm just saying, imagine the fucking G-Quix Gelgoog head on on the Big Zam. Now it's got 3 Goofy mono eyes.
I'm glad we left that behind at Campe Island. Unfortunately, I would have saved the Birminghams. The Birminghams look very nice.
I read the Birminghams or what? Just the
It's their fucking Super Magellan from, you know, post-war that basically all of them got blown up so they didn't build anymore.
Oh look, man, the Birminghams blew up, so the what's it called? The not General well, the General Rebel slash the
The Alexandrias?
No, the Goofy carrier things that the Titans had that after the Grift conflict, the Betty said, yeah, these things have way too many war crimes attached to them. We can't field these anymore.
Well, so they'd be the
Alexandria?
Yeah, no,
I think it's the Alexandria.
Yeah, the Alexandria class. But yeah, so that's what they made in response to that. I'm assuming that, rationally speaking, like the Birmingham's never being like returned to service, that kind of makes sense if all of the people who were responsible for that got blown up at Campe Island, because those would be the people who were like, no, we need battleships. But sir, we live in the age of mobile suit combat. No! Big ship! Big ship! Big guns!
Cat.
Big!
Right.
There are
on North Carolina.
They are really good looking Super Magellans, though.
Look, good. If we wanted cool battleship carrier things, just make the Radish, which...
I mean, yeah, that's what they wound up doing. Tan Fam on YouTube, sir. Huh? Welcome, sir. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Now, what does that actually... that didn't actually... Huh, interesting. That didn't actually give me an alert aside from Streamlabs. Thanks, YouTube. Welcome, sir, though. Twitch keeps imploding. Sorry, very sorry about that, Silver. But yeah, so this is well, the wonders of multi-stream drifting here, where some of the streams may implode, but others will work.
I made a big mistake. I might implode.
I know you make a recording anyway, so I mean, it's not like.
I mean, the recording
it now goes straight to
YouTube.
The live tab.
Yeah, it's now
it goes to the live tab on YouTube.
Yeah, so those are all now saved there, and it's good.
Now, do those get pruned, or is that like the live tab is there forever?
No, actually, those are just YouTube uploads now. They're there forever.
Okay.
It's just
yeah, because
it's kind of annoying for them to use the same interface as it being a video, because that means that every stream is its own new video that I have to get a new unique link to. But one of the benefits is it's just an update. It's just a video upload now on YouTube, which is good because, you know, apparently YouTube doesn't like Twitch VODs and will circulate them less. They won't tell you that though. Just like there isn't a banned words list or anything like that, right? That's not happening. We wouldn't do that.
They would absolutely do that.
They would absolutely do that in a heartbeat.
So an interesting thing that I learned is if you have like any sort of clip from a Twitch stream, download it first, then upload it to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just go through the clip manager.
Yep. It seems to work the same way with clips too, but I'm making a couple of shorts based on some of those clips, so yeah, that's I've known this for a while, but there definitely seems to be a sort of cold war going on with these websites that they're not informing any of their users about. So the integration in general has been getting worse over the years, but now it seems like they will punish you for attempting to game social media with any of this.
Colorado's looking at me.
Like, because the websites want all of the traffic self-contained on their own and not you taking advantage of using the wider internet to actually assist your career. But they're not telling anyone that they're doing this, but it's totally happening. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen shorts on YouTube do worse if I post them, if I, like, repost them, like, post a link on Twitter, which is asinine, but apparently what they're doing.
Sorry, cat.
But now, since I didn't post any links on Twitter, all of those shorts are actually doing pretty well. So much so that we went from like 200 views a day to 10,000 yesterday.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, that was shorts. Those views are worth less because they're shorts at the end of the day, but that should help my channel being seen more on YouTube and help with viewership, and anybody new here, hello. Welcome to the show, by the way. I've been here for a while, but, you know, I kind of understand why no one perceives me as existing. Thanks, Silicon Valley, you absolute fucks. You
Sorry, Tezrin.
You absolute bumbling, white bread, incompetent fucks.
You are adequate spaced armor, Martin.
Eggerl, I'm just gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. I'm gonna use you as a e-brake.
Well, yeah, Dancing...
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, Dancing Fool, fancy that. My own content being recommended to my own subscribers. Whoa! It's like that you press that button for a reason! Whoa!
Again, like I said, I was actually surprised and I did just randomly one of your short things was sent to me from, you know, doom scrolling YouTube because I was unable to sleep.
Yeah, well, congratulations, sir. You're at the, you know, the golden hour for YouTube Shorts where everyone's doom scrolling at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Legit, they see more views like that. Now it's on my alt account, but I have it on my, that I have on my phone. Interesting! Remember, your data's totally not for sale, but knock on wood. Good luck with the lottery, Dancing Fool.
Martin, I am not fucking spaced armor for you.
You kind of ran yourself into the situation. So yeah, I guess you are.
Yeah, I know, Gala.
Okay,
What do you mean?
fairness,
What do you mean the multi-billion-dollar companies aren't working for my favor? What do you mean they're constantly contorting their websites for their own gain at the, like, to the point where it's not even against the creator but against literally everyone who uses the site? What do you mean?
Look, dude, it's simple. The ad block will continue to be used until morale improves.
Well,
Or we just bomb Silicon Valley.
But what do you mean? What do you mean we're making our sites unusable and then asking the user to pay to fix it? No.
Oh my god, I actually have.
What do you mean?
Battery reload.
What do you mean we're going to like the .com era of the internet where we make our site inaccessible and unusable due to ad spam and then telling you pay us and we'll fix it? What do you mean? Goddamn perfidious capitalism, inventing a problem and then selling you a solution. Can we just have shit that works properly? Can I just like share funny?
Shit working properly isn't profitable.
Can I?
You can't have a working refrigerator anymore.
Can I just like make funny videos?
Hell, that's why the Bud Rail company the Bud Rail car company business, because they build products that fucking last.
Can I just like use my creativity to make funny videos on the internet and actually make a living off of it, please?
Yeah.
I know I'm not a girl, so I can't wave my tits around with a very elaborate puppet, but please? Good lord.
Alright, I gotta do a 30-point turn. I need to get back to repairs.
Yeah, I had to nose out because I'm Martin and Tazern and whoever the hell is in the fucking Soyuz have me blocked in from the ass end of my ship.
Yeah, Gala, actually, you know, not fix it, but also on a delay, where they break it again, because YouTube Prime now has ads. So what the fuck are you paying for? What are you paying for?
Again, the ad block will continue to be used till morale improves.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we should be good now. Yeah, it did it again. It did it again! Anyway, okay, we should be back now. But, yeah, it's a bad day.
Anyway.
It's a terrible, terrible day for multi-streaming.
Anyway, back to why I hate the fucking IT people in my workplace.
Just go ahead,
well, I don't know any of them.
You know,
so,
you don't know them, but you know.
I don't know, no, I physically don't know them because they're probably in, like, you know, working out of some goddamn office in, like, Wyoming or something.
Right.
Yeah, Wyoming.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
so I've never
we're back
physically
again.
met these people, but, hey, you know what's really annoying? Getting constantly barraged with emails from my workplace telling me, hey, you should click this link. Oops, this is actually a fake IP grabber thing, you just... And they send, like, several of these at least several times a month to me.
So again, they're in Wyoming. Yeah, they're in Wyoming.
So what you're telling me is...
Wyoming, Pakistan, maybe.
But so what you're...
But no. This is actually from my workplace. Like it's, but again, it's.
But you're just not gonna, you're just not gonna fucking work, like you're just gonna make people ignore their work emails then by doing that repeatedly.
Yeah, no, it's.
I'm
at this
fucked.
point, it is quite literally at this point. I've been getting.
It's like, I can't pick up.
Hey, you didn't.
Hey, you didn't fall for this obvious trap.
No, the best part is now I'm now ignore even like the actual work emails are like, hey, you need to acknowledge the employee handbook. No. But why not? I literally open up my email and all I get bombarded with is, very obvious scam emails from you, literally my own company.
So,
guess what? If my supervisor needs to talk to me, she has my phone number. She can call me and text me.
Well, this is exactly like the whole telemarketer thing, where it's so inundated.
Guess what? They want to talk to me. They can call my phone. I'm not answering any work emails.
Yeah, hey,
it is.
Hey, like some businesses and websites do. Like, the moderation team will never ask you for your password or username or whatever like that, right? I suppose.
See, no.
I suppose now it's my employer will never actually send me any emails.
It's even worse than that. It's not even like because they have ones that are very obvious that are like oh hey you've got a billing statement for so and so, but like they'll just have certain ones where it's like, oh yeah, there's an update to our terms of service or something.
I got that to a motorboat.
Yes.
And it'll quite literally be like
At least I got the funny motorboats. That's a lot of them though. They're floating.
Again, the motorboats weren't there last time. What? These are new.
Those are random.
Yeah, because we're actually using tier 10s now.
Yeah, they're random depending on like which flagship. I think the Satsuma and Maine spawn them.
Yeah, the battleship ones do.
Yeah, or cause them to spawn.
Right.
They're funny. I like them. They're kind of just like, aircraft torpedoes, on a raft, but they're funny. It's interesting.
I mean, they seem harmless enough. It's literally just
it's
they
like
can only really hurt you with their torps. So
yeah,
you can have like a
they only go after you with they only go after you. Why is everyone dead? What do you mean everyone's dead? What do you mean I'm the What do you mean I'm the only one alive?
By both mains.
Oh,
I got fucking secondary to death.
Oh, for the love of fucking Christ! What do you mean everybody's dead? All right, fuck it.
Can we go do tier 6, please?
Yes, we can. I'm gonna attempt to ram a couple of motorboats. Hang on here. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I don't think you're making it. You're not making it.
No.
Oh my fucking god, that was terrible.
Yeah, Goon, that's how like most of us all died. It was just straight up everything just kind of hard focused us with HE.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to play something. Like, why don't we have the full platoon gets to choose what mission they do? Because I feel like you should be encouraging
they
that.
Had that. Then they got rid of it.
Yeah, I feel like you should be encouraging your player base to band together in as large a group as possible, to form a community that enjoys playing the game, and then be able to play the game the way that they want to. And that's kind of like, you should let that be the optimal state of playing the fucking game, guys. Oh, they can farm it more easily. They're playing the game, you idiot!
In all fairness, playing the game doesn't pay the bills. Buying
what's the thing,
absurd amounts of gold does.
No,
so...
that's the thing. If you're playing the fucking video game, that means that you're present and engaged, and you have a reason to play because you have groups of friends that play the game together, which means that you're going to be more liable to spend money because you're enjoying playing the game. How hard is this? Anyway.
Look, man, an all card that's tied to my Steam account.
Also, unfortunately,
for this game.
Also, unfortunately, now that I remember that Silver is here, yeah, we can only have 5 people. I play the fucking Protector. That's funny. Although we can still play.
Why is the operational flagship is 6, but the regular division is 7?
That is your game. Why are you like? That's your game. Why?
I don't fucking know, man. Again, I'm not a fucking war game dev, and apparently, again, they did like a split where like half the devs are now gone because they didn't want to leave Russia with their families, and
well, those people no longer have a job thanks to all the oligarchs and Putin deciding, hey, money, give us some.
What do you mean? There's arms factory job right there.
What do you mean? Go make drones in that bread factory.
Yes, you go make 545 in drone.
But I feel like this is like the biggest problem with Gaijin and wargaming, the fact that like they can't deliver modes and they're like, oh well, no one wants to play it because I guess no one.
Think for a minute.
Yes.
It could be worse. This in World of Tanks could be like Armored Warfare, where it's literally the only content that's being put out now is only premiums and battle passes.
The way of, it might actually go to you over there. Do you want to join? Yes, there he is.
So we doing regular operations?
Yes.
Or doing,
User entered your channel.
asymmetrical?
Yeah, we're doing regular operations because now we have too many people.
Right. So what tier are we doing? Are we doing same thing like 9 and 10?
Okay, does anyone have a particular preference?
Best is T9 for money grind.
Well, then again, if you have a tier 9
I
premium.
can't hear you over the sound of Massachusetts.
You know what?
Funny boat.
You know what? This is fine because I can play my funny boat that will confuse. I think everyone.
What is that? ZF6, is that a German destroyer? She's not an Azerlane or Cancali. I don't know what this one looks like, but yeah, I remember Z destroyer German. So,
Because if we're gonna do 8, I'm not gonna take a particular ship in.
right, but frankly, I'm enjoying the Hotaka. It's just that it's very awkward with the gimmick it's given because you want to like make it a cruiser, but it's not. There's not a lot. There's nothing you can really do to give it that. Like we have like standard damage control for battleships and whatnot, but there's no like because there really is no point. There's no. There's no equipment that makes your battleship more cruiser-like. Their hand is fucking great. What do you mean, Tack? Hey, that's my wife. Wait.
No, it's a different one.
It's the blue Tack. Yeah, I know, but hey, wait a minute.
It's the one that's
If we're gonna do 8, Cat needs to drop down 1.
We should be able to handle this.
Yeah. Well, he's still away. Okay. Okay. All right.
Let's
fire. He's not going to do much anyway.
Okay, don't get shot by the Hanover. Dive in front of the torpedoes. Do not get broadsided by the Hanover, and then dive in front of the torpedoes at the end, and then we win. It's great.
Oh yeah. By the way, Goon, this cruiser that I have, the Mines. PvP fact is it actually has more HE damage per minute than the fucking Hindenburg.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got, let's see here, the guns fire at like 6 seconds.
Yeah, I have that. I don't really particularly use it because I haven't been a fan of cruisers. The Protector, though, is fucking amazing, though, because I can actually utilize its gimmick to actually be effective. It literally is just play a bit dangerous. This is exactly what I want out of a cruiser, and I'm going to buy a line of these if we actually get them.
I just want my German large cruisers in now.
Good game, everyone.
Those will be funny, though. I'm not exactly sure how Lucian is gonna like affect with those because they're controllable. I don't. It'd be funny to have like a J. Humphreys fucking machine gun on the side of my boat if you have Lucians on those.
Sorry, I had to answer a phone call. So yes, did someone explain what the ZF6 is or no?
It is boat.
It's a dockyard if I remember correctly, it was a dockyard destroyer.
Yes, it's.
I don't think it was a dockyard, but so this is a French destroyer.
What do you mean it's a French destroyer? It's clearly German.
No, this is a ZF. This is a La Hardy class with German 128s slapped onto it.
So they stole it.
Yes.
Acquired.
They did it again.
They found it.
Found.
Just like how, Shuji found the Red Gundam and somehow lost, the funnels and the beam rifle.
Yep, dockyard for update 0.10.3.
Wow.
Silver, I'm not sorry, I'm using you as a shield.
Acceptable. Ow.
I also
Drone
get
Fire doesn't exist anymore.
I also get the funny autoloader skill, so ha 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 ha. Pierre, break out the Pervitin. The good Pervitin.
Don't die, though.
15-second... Japanese ships are weird.
Yeah. I actually like my Yodo, though.
Yodo's not too bad.
Ah, yes, good fire. I like that. Good.
Oh, Goon, watch out. I might have misclicked. Goon, watch out, I misclicked.
Huh?
Goon, watch out, I misclicked.
There's no friendly fire, he's fine.
Silver, I know this is an NTR Dojin, but still, come on now. Come on now, you're laying it on a bit too thick. Come on now, killing me with my own wife. How many times
you joke about Takao taking all the dick?
Killing me with my own wife, have you no shame?
Pornography.
I mean, a little, but that's besides the
It
point.
was easy. Does a lot of damage.
Tons of damage, one would say.
Pornography.
I guess this is the episode where she heard me talking about how other cruisers are more enjoyable than she is. Oops.
Jesus
Oh, no,
Christ,
Packer came back
guys!
with the
Come
strap.
on!
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Hey, look, I showed restraint during the fucking comment about the green Noah hands or grips. Okay.
The green Noah
I
grips.
admit that was an abortion of a joke.
What do you mean,
God,
man?
I forgot
Those
this
fucking
is
Ross
the
May new
tea-
types, they
this
got that
fucking
fucking green Noah grippy.
Fucking
Okay.
heels.
Crown Royal Man is definitely actually a Gundam name. I will give you that. That actually is a Gundam name.
That's Crown Royal Man?
Yes, Crown
What,
Royal
he's
Man.
drinking Canadian Club now?
Yes.
It's Crown Vickman, thank you.
Crown Vickman. Mm-hmm.
Captain Morgan's now on deck. Clink of the fucking glass that Fred has on the deck.
Fondo, it's just
Oh,
a
yeah,
green screen
Brenna's-
on YouTube. What do you mean it's just a green screen on YouTube? Oh, for the love of Christ.
Oh.
Is it happening again? Oh my god. Really, Streamlabs? Yeah, no, it's just a green screen. This is where I just insert some memes, I suppose? A chroma key in some memes? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but, okay.
One would say meme screen?
How do I fix that, then, without breaking everything? Okay, hang on. Since it's actually working